Let's dive into a coin that often slips under the radar, but holds more story than most people realize: the 1979 Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, it might seem like just another piece of pocket change. But if you take a closer look, the 1979 quarter is packed with details about American history, the U.S. Mint, collector quirks, and even some surprising value insights. So whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious beginner, or just someone who stumbled upon a 1979 quarter in a drawer, this one's going to be interesting. The Washington quarter has been a mainstay in American currency since 1932. That's right, it was originally issued to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design we see on the 1979 quarter is still rooted in that legacy. On the obverse side, you'll find John Flanagan's iconic portrait of George Washington, a sharp, noble profile that stood the test of time. His hair is tied back, his face calm but commanding. Surrounding him, you'll see the words, "Liberty," above, "In God We Trust," to the left, and the year, 1979, just below the bust. Flip the coin over, and you get the familiar eagle design, wings stretched wide, perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness for defense. Below that, two olive branches curve around the arrows, representing peace. Above the eagle is United States of America, and just beneath that, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. And of course, at the very bottom, you'll see the denomination, quarter dollar. This reverse design was used from 1932 until the state quarters program launched in 1999, so if you've got a quarter from the 20th century, chances are it looks just like this. Now, let's talk mints. The 1979 Washington quarter was produced at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. Each has its own mintage totals and some slight differences that collectors look out for. Starting with the Philadelphia Mint, which struck about 515 million quarters in 1979. That's a massive number, so Philly quarters from that year are pretty common in circulation. These coins have no mint mark, so if you find a 1979 quarter without a letter under the bust, you've got a Philly piece. Then there's the Denver Mint, with the D mint mark. It produced slightly more, about 489 million coins. Again, very common, but some Denver-struck coins have better strikes than the Philly ones. Condition matters here. The real stars, though, are the San Francisco quarters. These were never meant for circulation. The S-Mint coins were proof coins, made especially for collectors. They were struck using polished dies on special planchets, giving them a shiny, mirror-like finish. In 1979, over 3.6 million proof quarters were minted in San Francisco, and these coins were included in annual proof sets sold by the Mint. But here's where it gets fun. The 1979 S-proof quarters come in 2 varieties, Type 1 and Type 2. Type 1 features a blobby S-Mint mark, kind of blurry and filled in. Type 2, on the other hand, has a much clearer, sharply defined S, and that's the one collectors want most. The Type 2 proof is significantly rarer and commands a higher price in the coin market, especially in PR69 or PR70 grades. When it comes to value, let's break it down a bit. Circulated 1979 quarters, the ones that have been used in everyday transactions, are generally worth just their face value, 25 cents. That's because so many were made. But if you've got an uncirculated coin, or one with a high mint state, MS grade, things get more interesting. For example, a 1979 D Washington quarter in MS67 condition can sell for around $30 to $50 depending on the market. The Philadelphia version in similar condition might bring slightly less, but still more than face value. As for the proof coins, a 1979 S-Type 1 proof might fetch $3 to $5, while the more desirable Type 2 can go from $15 to even $50 plus in top grades. Not bad for something that looks like loose change, right? Condition plays a big role here. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS, mint state, grade starting at 60. An MS65 coin is a strong, collector-worthy example. MS66 or higher. Now you're getting into premium territory. Add in eye appeal, bright luster, no major scratches, and a clean strike, and you've got a valuable coin. Let's not forget about errors and varieties, which are always exciting for collectors. While the 1979 quarter doesn't have many dramatic mint errors widely known, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and double dies can exist, and they definitely increase value. A sharply struck 1979 quarter with a visible off-center error can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on how dramatic the error is. So what makes the 1979 quarter special? It's a transitional point, the last full decade of the original eagle reverse before the 1999 state quarters changed everything. It's also from a time when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with better proof coin finishes, leading to differences like the S-Type 1 and Type 2. And for many collectors, it's a coin from their childhood, a familiar reminder of vending machines, laundromats, and parking meters.